Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having an amazing day. We're here again to kind of go over everything happening with Rich Lux and Dustin Dailey. Now, this is not a timeline of events like the first video. I will be doing a part 3. So where we left off in the first video, we will continue on part 3. Part 2 is mainly, it's pretty much all of VanLuc7's live stream that she did with Rich, where Rich finally speaks out and tells his side. Now, he did do a video on his channel where he explained everything, but this is more in depth. That will be in part 3, Rich's video. This is only VanLuc7 with Rich. I want to go over this because my opinion has changed. I knew what Dustin said and did. I knew what Rich did with the video about Nikocado avocado and how I felt. But now, after hearing Rich's side, my opinion has changed. I'm also going to be on camera in just 1 minute. I want to get this started first, and that was it. So we can get this started in just 1 second. Okay, so let's get this bad boy on so you guys can see my beautiful makeup that I did today. So there we go. So I did this amazing, I don't know if you can tell, but this amazing purple eyeshadow with, it's not a bag of Hershey Kisses, guys. It's actually a palette. It's a beautiful palette too. So this was Hershey Kisses Special Dark Mild Sweet Chocolate Palette by Glamlight. And I want to thank Coffee and Alien Queen for getting me this. Look at those beautiful shades. I know it's hard to tell on this camera. I am going to make a short about this so you guys can see up close and personal just how beautiful these purples are. Love this. This is one of my favorite palettes. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. And honestly, when they sent me this, I really did think that this was a bag of Hershey Kisses. I knew that they went to Hershey Park. So I'm like, oh my God, they got me a bag of Hershey Kisses. When I opened it, I was even more excited and shocked. I didn't read the glam light right there. So thank you. I hope you all enjoy that little bit of a makeup tutorial. I will be doing a little bit about my Ipsy July bag, but that'll be later on in the video. So there has been a lot going on with Rich Lux and Dustin Dailey. If you haven't seen part 1, check out part 1. So Dustin did his video after Rich did his video about Nikocado avocado. He did a thumbnail and a title that was very clickbait. At the time, I saw Dustin's side. And yes, it is a little too much, in my opinion, with the whole car crash and putting like Nick Avocado on there, and people could assume that's what happened. And the title was like, is he dead? That was a little too much. And Rich, when you'll see this in this video, Rich agrees. Rich agrees it was too much. So let's get into this. I have 12 clips. I will link the video down below. So last night, this video was public. This morning, when I got up, it was put on members only. So I'm not sure if you'll have to buy her membership to see this. I did tweet at her to find out what tier you guys have to be on to be able to get this video. But I am very happy I downloaded this so that way we can go over this together. So, Rich, look, I got my crown. It doesn't really fit, but I got my crown for you today. It's actually supposed to be to hold your beautiful crystal rocks. Or I did see this on another nail to hold your brushes. So I'm using this more for my nail stuff, but I wanted to show you, Rich, I got my crown finally. So cute, right? Okay, so let's get into the first clip. So they did this video on July 22nd, and it was VanLuc, and she invited Rich to come on and tell his side of the story. So this is the first clip. They watched Dustin's video together, and then Paige came on and she talked to Rich about how she was feeling, and it was kind of sad. So we're going to look at all the clips that I have. Like I said, I'll link the video down below. Hopefully she takes it off of members only, because I did tweet her today saying, why'd you even put it on members only? Like, this is a really good opportunity for Rich, his side, to get out. People don't realize how hurt Rich was. And this really tells his side of the story. And I just feel like it shouldn't be on members only, and people should see this. She's had this up since the 22nd, and the 28th, she puts it on members only. Love you, VanLuc, but I really, for Rich's sake, you should have this video out there for everybody to see. I don't know if something came up that she had to put this on members only, or if Rich asked her to do this. Hopefully she does tweet me back so we can figure this out. But right now, I do know it's members only. But thank God I have clips for you guys. So let's move on to this video.
I mean, do what I would. I could barely, yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, I haven't been doing good lately. You know, I was been dealing with severe migraines.
Yeah.
And I had told a few people about it.
Your health has been pretty, I mean, behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know, but behind this, I mean, me and you talk like every day. And, I know that you've been sharing, because you already know that I got health problems. And
yeah.
so I know that you've been sharing it with me. And so I can sympathize with you when it comes to that. But you've been going through it, girl.
Yeah.
So before all of this happened, it seems that Rich has been going through some health issues, and he was getting migraines, and you will see that it was because of an ear infection that he was getting this. So, Rich, I really do hope that you feel better and that your health is improving, because that really sucks when you wake up and you instantly have a migraine. Like, I have had that happen. It is the worst feeling in the world. So I do want to wish you the best wishes and hope that you are feeling better.
It was they diagnosed me with vestibular migraine, and they put me on sumatriptan, and it knocked it out, but it kept coming back, and I was like, what is going on? And then the migraine gave me an ear infection. We just found that out yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is not it's a headache, but it's not like a real headache. So I went to the doctor yesterday, and he was like, yeah, you have an ear infection that's causing you to get headaches, like regular headaches. So I was over here, I was taking migraine medications for regular headaches for the past month.
And that sucks too, when they put you on a medicine and they find out it's something else later on. Hopefully that was helping a little bit, but now that you know what was causing this, like I said, I really do hope that you're feeling better.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, and then I was at the Beverly Hills Hotel in California, and I was lucky enough to sit at Marilyn Monroe's table where she ate.
Yes.
Her favorite table. And then we
got to see Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, we were there.
Yes, queen.
And we got to see her bungalow number 1 and bungalow number 7 where she lived at the hotel.
Wow.
But I was sitting at her table it was the Polo Lounge, the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I was getting like this vertigo. And I was like, have you ever had vertigo?
Yes, and that could probably explain why, because of your ear infection.
Yeah.
Vertigo.
That really sucks that he was going through this. Vertigo is the worst. And then on top of it, you have the migraine, and he didn't realize, I guess maybe he did realize that his ears hurt, but like that really sucks.
It was so crazy that the migraine caused an ear infection that then caused a vertigo. And I was like, didn't know what it was. So I was taking migraine medication, but it just made me more nauseous. And so when I went to the doctor, they gave me something for the vertigo, and then they gave me ear drops for the ear infection. And
Lord.
Yeah. And I was yesterday, what I finally got, because I had it. Imagine having a headache for 3 weeks. That's what I was dealing with. Yeah.
3 weeks.
And I didn't want to do anything. So like, but there I was in Hollywood at Ace Fest, migraine
and making
all,
your videos
and making
still
my
working
videos
every day, girl, hustling.
So I do want to stop a second, because in Dustin's video, he says that like there's people that do the bare minimum, and Rich is down here. Rich does a lot. He does a lot. So for you to say that he does even below the bare minimum really is wrong. He does a lot. He works his ass off. Now, that might be something like you have an issue with, that maybe you're jealous of him, but he does work his ass off just as much as you work your ass off. I really did not like that statement in Dustin's video. And the more and more I thought about it, I'm like, Rich works his freaking ass off. Why would he say that like statement? Just because there was like 2 minutes of him really speaking, and then like a 6 minute of clips in that one video? Have you not watched all of his other videos? That man works his ass off
every single day,
right?
Yeah.
So I know, and I'm sure that this whole situation didn't help your health in any way at all, because you know you got to go through all of that you're already going through, and then all of a sudden, I mean, were you even told that there was going to be a video made? Like, was there a heads up, or did it just was like a bomb dropped on you?
I have not even seen the video,
girl. Okay, we about to see.
So as we watch this is Rich's first time looking at Dustin's video. So this is his pure reaction. Everything that he was going through with the headaches, the ear infection, he was still working his ass off. All of this happened, which when you have a headache and an ear infection, that can also make you feel like shit. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, because while all of this was going on with Dustin, he had that issue as well. So he was probably feeling like complete shit, and that could affect your mood and everything that's happening. So I'm not excusing the behavior for either of them, but it does play a little bit of a role of how he was feeling.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I have not even seen the video. I heard about it. And I was like, oh, girl. I mean, look, the thing is, I'm not trying to sound grand or anything, girl. But people, when you are on YouTube, people make videos about you all the time.
Yeah.
That's all.
True.
So I'm just kind of used to it. I'm not used to friends making videos about me, but that seems to be a thing that people do. But
yeah,
I just don't.
It's very unfortunate, because he's right. I hate to say it. People that you consider friends, even though they're maybe YouTube friends, it seems to be they have a falling out or they have a disagreement, and the first thing someone does is go and make a video about their friend. And there needs to be a better understanding. People need to communicate. Miscommunication is first a big thing that usually happens between two people. And when there is no actual communication between friends, shit like this happens, where people make videos on each other and it's a war at that point. It might be not maybe a war, but like a volleyball match going back and forth. But this could all be prevented if more people stopped, talked privately, tried to work it out, and if they can't, do what you gotta do. But most of the adults in this world say, wish you the best and move on. They don't make videos to start issues. So I had to point that out as well.
I just don't like making videos about people that I feel like I'm close, super close to, unless it's like a
Same
comedy
here.
gig.
Yeah. Well, first I want to say, B Ryan in the chat sent a super chat and said, "Love you, Rich." And I also want to get into this right here, which is what I've been hearing a lot of people saying. They've been saying, "I've watched Rich for years. I know all the patterns of the people involved in this situation." And she's talking about
Same here.
Dustin always does this to people. He is pretty aggressive on social media, and that's kind of what I've been like hearing because you know me, girl. I kind of entered the scene a little late. I would kind of
I've heard that a lot about Dustin, and honestly, that's kind of a big reason why I don't really watch him anymore. I used to watch him. I don't really anymore because I didn't like all the Gabby Hanna stuff and the misinformation that he was putting out. Though I'm not a big fan of Gabby Hanna myself, he was putting out a lot of misinformation regarding the situation. And I found that very distasteful. And now he's moved on to going after like true crime, and that's fine. I watch a lot of true crime communities and creators, but he like holds this over like I am like not doing drama anymore and I'm doing crime and I'm better than you kind of a personality, and to me that's just distasteful.
look into little dramas here and there, but I definitely wasn't into it the way that I am now. And you know, we kiki behind the scenes,
Mhm.
like I said, all the time and talk about things or whatever. But this definitely is something that I did not know. And so is this something that you knew becoming friends with him? Like what made you because girl, if I'm gonna hear that about somebody, I'm gonna be very cautious about becoming their friend.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, having a little bit of a brain fog coming
Okay.
after, like, what are you trying to? I just dumb it down for me, basically.
Okay, so like, did you know this pattern of behavior for Dustin, like upon coming becoming friends with him, or did it kind of emerge like during your friendship? So you didn't kind of like have a like, man, I'm gonna be careful with this guy, or you know what?
No, I didn't know that. I think if
Okay,
I think if I know someone's gonna make videos about me like that, I don't think no, no, I didn't know that.
so you
I feel like it emerged during their friendship because, like, when Dustin did start out, he was very humble. He was very generous. He was a nice person. I'm not saying that he isn't, but he's changed. And a lot of that happens with YouTubers. Like, they get a little bit of attention and their whole personality changes. Their whole YouTube, like, look at me changes, and that to me you cannot look past. If somebody is like that, you have to take it for what it is. And it's unfortunate because there are a lot of nice people on YouTube, and it seems like the nice ones get the shaft, or the people that are doing all the shit that people don't realize that is happening behind the scenes, they make these genuine people into monsters. And I've had that happen to me, that people don't look at me the same because of lies, miscommunication, and shit that people have put out about me. And I will say this, I have not talked about it on my channel because, one, I don't like talking about people that used to be my friend. I've moved on. Like, I still would not do that even though we're not friends anymore. That's just who I am as a person. But with my new locals account that will be set up by this weekend, I am going to do exclusive videos where you guys can ask me questions and I will sit there and answer them honestly like I would if I did them on my channel. I just feel like it's it's just not right. And if you can't just move on with your life, then that means you did something wrong, that you have to do this to make that person look like a bad guy so people don't think you did anything. And a lot of people don't understand that. And it does make people look bad that are the bigger person in the situation and take the high road. And that shows somebody's personality, and people forget that. And Rich is one of them that if something happens with a friendship, especially someone that he considers a really good friend, he doesn't talk about them. But Dustin is like everybody else, where one thing goes wrong, he's on fucking camera. That's my opinion.
So you hadn't seen when he made videos kind of with this typical behavior, like with other people.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I'm just kind of like naive to it, you know.
And I know you love to give people the benefit of the doubt. So,
yeah.
That's what I kind of figured, but I just wanted to go ahead and ask. So, let's go ahead. Are you ready to hop into this video so we can react?
Let's hop into it. So that is the first clip. This is where they start watching Dustin's video, and we get live reactions from Rich about how he felt regarding this situation. So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to add the next one, and we will continue.
About this matter, he brushed it off. It was me, as well as like maybe 6 other people that were telling him.
See, and right there he said that you brushed it off, and that there was like 6 other people that were there 6 other people telling you stuff?
I don't think there were 6, but yeah, there were people. But yeah, it was brought to my attention that he didn't like the thumbnail and the title, and I said, okay, I understand.
Before we move on, right there, he made the situation worse than it was by being like, look, guys, there were 6 other people that said this. That's making a situation look worse than it probably actually was. And that's trying to get him up there for people to be like, oh my God, look what Rich did. And I will say, he did do that to me. I did say to myself, that's not right. If 6 people came to Rich, that's not right. The truth always prevails. We will never know the actual truth of how many people there were, but it doesn't seem like there were 6 people. Some people do that to make themselves look better.
Thank you for your feedback. Now, I didn't say that word for word, but like, that's basically the general consensus. Is like, okay, cool. But like, this is my gig. I make drama videos, the irrelevant news.
Yeah.
It's satires, comedy. It's ridiculous drama. Now, wait. It's ridiculous, dumb drama that I do. And I think any watcher, supporter would know that my content is not to be taken seriously. And so when he said that, he didn't like the comment or the thumbnail or whatever it was, I was like, okay, cool. I get it.
And Rich is true. He does make drama videos, but his drama videos are based off of commentary. When we have like clips of, I do have a clip because I love my Rich Lux, where he's like,
kill you to leave a like, girl. I wouldn't kill you to leave a comment, much less share the video, subscribe, but whatever. Who am I, girl? Anyway.
It's based off of like comedy, and I was gonna say never mind, but it's based off of comedy. It's satire. It's funny, and yes, the drama that he talks about is kind of ridiculous, but we all get a laugh from it, and we get the truth. He always puts out the truth, whether it is a clickbait video or whatever. It's out there. And yeah, there was some videos that, I would be like, God damn it, Rich, you clickbaited me. You freaking clickbaited me. Like today, where the video that's called I Can't Do This Anymore, it was about DragCon and him in LA, and I was like, God damn it, Rich, you got me again. But I laughed it off because I know that's how he is. And I very much enjoyed that video.
I agree. I agree.
You even addressed it on your latest video.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I agree.
Yeah.
The thumbnail and the title was in poor taste. I agree, and I made that in I made a little quick, like I made a note of it in one of my other videos. So if you
Hmm.
haven't
Did.
seen that, go
Yeah.
check that out where I address it. But I agree. It was over the top. It was salacious. It was scandalous. It was a title that makes you go, "What?
Yeah.
Did
It did.
Nikocado Avocado die?" And when you watch the video, I'm on the street looking for him. And, and I say that he didn't die, and I hope he didn't die. And I say that all in the video.
And
My
which I
whole
think
video
is
was clickbait.
interesting because this whole video that Dustin made is premised on the fact that he's very upset that you made a thumbnail about clickbaiting someone's death. But right at the beginning, we heard where he was talking about his new, I guess he's switching over out of the drama community into true crime. And isn't that the
She's going to make a valid point here. And VanLuc, I didn't think about this when he actually said it, but you are so right. And you will say this again in the video. And my cat is driving me crazy. She wants attention because she's an attention whore. And she's right. He's going from drama into true crime. And some of the things in true crime are not nice things to talk about. You are talking about someone that maybe has passed away or was M-worded or they K'd themselves, and you are talking about that. That is, in my opinion, way worse than making a clickbait video being like, oh, he might have died, but then revealing like, this is what people have been saying. This is why he's talking about it, and it's not true. Your hands aren't clean, and I did say that in my last video. Your hands are not clean. Let me take care of this cat. You guys can watch. Let me take care of her because she wants attention.
same kind of gig? Because you're basically going to be getting money off of the backs of family that have lost a loved one who therefore have died. So it's kind of like, that just the premise of that altogether, it kind of like once I saw that was just like, because I guess it was like, okay, like, I guess I've seen said like good message, but bad delivery from, and especially not from the right person, because he himself has also, done, clickbait and all of these things. And the other thing that upset me, and I felt like, why are more people within the drama community not upset about this? Because basically to me this was like a dip, and like he's dipping out of the drama community because he said that in this video, dipping out the drama community, going to true crime. But before I dip from this, quote unquote job, let me go ahead and just ruin all of this and just tell all of my coworkers how much I hate you all. I'm disgusted. This job is horrible. And like, it was just like a kind of like a slap, not just to, your face as a friend, but pretty much to the whole drama community. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, wow, like this is a drama community that you were a part of for so long, and you're gonna go out like that, bro? Like that's just whoa, like it's crazy to me.
And she's absolutely right. Like I said, she made a valid point. And he kind of did that. He was like, you know what? I'm going over to true crime. I don't want to even be associated with these people in the drama community. And F you guys. I'm out of here. I'm better than you. And that's what I got from that video as well. I see it more now that I've watched this, but I did see it then. But what I was thinking about was he was also making valid points, and he still does make valid points. But Rich also agrees. He knows it was tasteless. He knows, like, this is how it felt. And he owns up to it. He takes accountability. And for still what Dustin did, VanLuc is absolutely right. It's like, I'm going over to this. And everybody in the drama community, you guys are so tasteless. That's what it seems like. So that was clip number 2. And I do have something also for the end of this video that is from Dustin's boyfriend, Nick. And wait till you hear that clip. And it's about VanLuc. Wait till you hear it. So let's move on to clip number 3. And here it is.
It used to get to me when people would clickbait. But like on your channel, I don't know, you just have a way of just making it different because you do it, but like we all know, like you said, it goes back to your satire and your whole comedy, your shtick on your channel. You know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of like it's just a little bit different. And I don't know if that makes sense or whatever, but it just is because it's like Def Noodles. You know, when Def Noodles does it, like Def Noodles will put
girl, Def
ridiculous
Noodles.
titles. He'll put
Def Noodles and his clickbait is way different than Rich Lux. Yes, he does that. And Def Noodles like tries to be comedic, but I don't find him very funny like I do Rich. Rich is funny. And when Rich clickbaits me, I'm like, God damn it, Rich, you got me again. Where like when Def Noodles does it, it's like, turn this shit off. I don't like, what the hell does this title have to do with this? It's a little bit different for me, and I don't know if it's different for you guys, but when Def Noodles does it, it's way different. He does it even on Instagram, on his Instagram post. Like, he is the worst, in my opinion. And Rich like tells it like it is, where Def Noodles kind of just keeps going with it the entire video. And that's why I don't really watch him. I mean, he's just gotten worse. He accused Shane Dawson of being dead. And where's everybody else when he did this? They get on Rich, but Def Noodles, oh, he does it all the time. Let's just not think about it. This is how he is. Come on now, people.
Ridiculous titles, and I'm just like, I probably know that that's not what this video about, but girl, let me click. I know it's clickbait, you know, and it's kind of just something that comes kind of with the territory is what I've learned. But yours, I know that you will address it or whatever and let us know why it's the clickbait that you're using is not like real. You know,
it's sad that sometimes some viewers, it's like, do I have to put on like a clown nose and dress up like a jester for people to understand not to take me so seriously? You know, that's the whole purpose.
Clown makeup.
That's the whole purpose of the clown makeup. And I don't want to, and I joke around, like I'll say 1 million views, 10 million subscribers, the hottest news on the biased drama channel on YouTube.
The most unbiased drama channel.
Well, sometimes the most biased too. Let's not forget. But it's all, to me, it's all fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun. I think if I were to do serious content, and no, I'm the community who does serious investigations, I have so much respect for. Yeah. But I can't do that.
And that is so true. He has fun. That is why I like Rich. He is always having fun. He dresses up. He does like little skits. It's fun. And it's enjoyable to watch. Not saying that true crime isn't enjoyable to watch, but he is just funny. You can always have a smile guaranteed when you watch a Rich Lux video. He's funny, he's having fun, and he's enjoying what he does. And it shows. It shows by his videos. He's enjoying what he does.
Yeah, like I just like to have fun. I don't take myself too seriously.
Yeah. And everybody who watches you knows that. And
but you know what? So this is the gig. And I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
No.
If I do serious content, then I can't, I have no room for error.
True. That is true. See, and that's something that Dustin is going to have to be very careful with in the true crime community, because you are dealing with people who have lost their loved ones. And I don't.
Very valid point. when you are in the true crime community, if you do not provide the facts, the truth, you will get looked at as somebody that's not putting out the correct information. You are going to be a joke if you do not do that. And you will have to be very serious, because these are loved ones that people lost or something bad has happened to them, that they are not going to joke around when this is happening. You need to be very, very like sensitive with the way you put information out, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to check him out, but he's not going to be someone that I watch every single video, because I do want to see what he has to offer in the true crime community. I know he's already gone after a few people and people aren't happy, but you put out so much misinformation when you did the Gabby Hanna stuff. People didn't take you serious when you did that. What's going to happen when you do true crime and you do the same thing and you put out so much misinformation? People are not going to turn to you for the facts. And that is something you have to think about.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure everybody has had someone that they've lost in their life. And if somebody was to make a video about my sister, you know, who I lost, and she was 6.5 years old, because you do get into children that have passed or were murdered and things like that, you know, I would be like, you better talk real careful, man, because one little thing and I'm going to be upset, because these are real people's lives that he's going to be reporting about. So that's why, you know, that was another thing when with the whole video, I was just like, girl, you're over here upset by a clickbait video, which granted, yes, you know, was, you even admitted yourself, you know, was it not tasteful? You know, yeah. And
No, it wasn't tasteful. It was
And
in poor
so,
taste.
but
And
at
I
the
agree. I agree with everybody who said, "Hey, Rich, this is in poor taste. This is bad." I agree 100%, but that was the point.
He takes accountability. He does. So that is the end of this clip. And as you can see, this is like the third time he said it was in poor taste. He is taking accountability for that video. And he does in another video. It's a short little video, but he takes accountability. He realizes it's bad and it's not in good taste. And it was more for funny and satire than it was to be like serious. And way too many people took it serious. And that's another issue with our world nowadays. People don't know how to take a joke, they don't know how to laugh, and they take everything way too seriously. And people do need to lighten up a little bit. I mean, they do. It's a fact. Lighten up. So let's move on to clip number 4.
Actually calling him out. There's tons of freaking comments of people calling Rich out. And it's just like, at what point do you allow money to overtake your morals? And I'm just like at that point now with Rich, where I've told him over the past at least 4 to 5 years that he really needs to tighten it up, and that everything shouldn't be a clickbait title. The fact that he even said that Orland might have taken the gun from Nick Ocado and shot him or killed him, like...
So maybe he fought back, and they both reached for the gun, and maybe Orland shot him. Well, I got some exclusive tea.
That's not even...
I didn't agree with that, and I do agree with Dustin on that. That was a little too much. I will agree with Dustin on that, but you said for the past 4 years, you've been telling Rich that he needs to tighten it up. What about all those clickbait titles with your Gabby Hanna videos? What about all the other clickbait titles that you did in the past? Gabby Hanna was less than a year ago, if not almost a year. So you can't say that you never did that when you were doing that a year ago, but yet you're saying you've been telling him for 4 years that he has to tighten up? You've only been tightening up for a year now. So that right there is something I said in my last video, and I agree. Like, you say, like, you don't even want to be associated with these people because this is how they are, but and that you've been doing this for years. No. You have only been trying to better your content in the last year. You did the same thing that Rich did. Maybe just not as bad, but you are doing the same thing. And it's less than a year to almost a year that you've changed your content. And that really gets me upset because you're lying right to your audience. You have now people in the true crime community that are watching you, and they're thinking to themselves, oh my God, he's been telling this guy for 4 years. No. You were doing the same thing a year ago.
Hey, that's not funny. That's not commentary. That there's something like really wrong with Rich. There's something wrong with him in his head. And
Okay, so I'm going to stop
That's
it right
not
there
nice to say.
because I know your imagination. Because sometimes you'll be telling me, girl, VanLuc, buy this water park so that you can make VanLuc water park town and we can go there. And I'm like, oh my God, like you have such an imagination. Now, when it comes to that, the way that and this was one of the things that I was like, wow, really, Dustin? Because the way that he put that clip in there, he was, to me, it felt like, and it seemed as if he was trying to put it in there like if you were saying that in a non-joking manner. Like if you were saying, like, girl, this is what happened. I already know, he was chasing Nikocado around and then he shot him. It very much seemed like that. And I was like, no, I know Rich. And like knowing Rich, he did not say it that way. He was.
And it's absolutely true. He didn't put the full context of how Rich said that. And by him adding that little bit of a clip did make Rich look bad. I do agree, like I said, with him where it was kind of in poor taste that he did that, but it was a joke. And some people did laugh about it, and I didn't really laugh about it. I thought, that's a little far, but that's Rich. And you've also gone too far in some situations. It's personal preference. It's people's opinions. Some people are going to laugh. Some people are going to be like, that went a little too far. And some people are just not going to like it at all. But the way he put it in the video, he did not put the full context in the video. And that right there made the situation look worse than it actually was. And it made Rich look even worse than it actually was.
Probably speculating, giving his opinion of what his imagination was playing out in his head that could have possibly happened to Nikocado Avocado. And that's what was going on there. I don't think that it was that you were saying it in all seriousness. And that's kind of the way that he put it. And I was just not happy with that because I was like, how are you going to put that there? And give your audience the impression that that was like he was saying it in fact, because taking it out of context like that, his audience, if they didn't see your video, because audiences are very, that's why we're called influencers, because we can influence our audience. And I thought it was very interesting because there's some people that are influenced in the audience that'll say, you know what, that's it. I can't believe Rich said that. I'm just going to completely unsubscribe to him right now. I'm not supporting him anymore. I'm done. But, without getting the full context of your video. So right there, I thought that was really wrong because you can't just go ahead and put a clip in there like that. And it kind of felt like if he was trying to get his audience to see he's saying these horrible things that are not true. Like if you were.
She is spot on. She is spot on. And by the way, this video is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. I wish. Right here is a large. I made a tweet about this today. This was $5. 32 ounces. Starbucks, you need to step up your game. You don't even have a 32-ounce drink, and your grande is 16 ounces. That's what you get in a small at Dunkin' Donuts. Step up your game. This has been delicious. I wish I was sponsored by Dunkin'. But anyways, she's absolutely right. If people did not see Rich's video, and a lot did say that in the comments, like, I'm done. I can't believe Rich would do something like that. I can't believe he would even suggest something like that. You made your friend, which I get you were upset, look even worse than it actually was because you didn't put the full context of the matter in your video.
We're saying it with seriousness, if that makes sense. And so I definitely didn't agree with that. And
I see what you're saying, and honestly, I can't even respond to that unless I go back and look at the full clip, because I make the video and then I let it, like, edit it away. So in that fact, I don't know if after I said that, basically what you're trying to tell me is that on my video after I said that, I made it seem like it was a joke, like I was, it was like I'm hyping it up, like okay, well, They Both Reach for the Gun is actually from the Broadway musical Chicago. I don't know if you ever watched that. Have you ever seen Chicago? They Both Reach for it. Okay, so
now I totally did not think of that when I saw his video, and then I watched the clip over and over again on Dustin's. But when he says that, it makes sense now. Annie, get your gun. Like, they both reach for the gun. It was Chicago is a wonderful musical slash movie, and if you haven't seen it, it's great. And when he said that, I was just like, oh, that makes complete sense. Like, now I get your sense of humor. I got it. I've been getting your sense of humor, but that piece makes more sense now that I realized where that phrase came from. It didn't click right away because I haven't seen Chicago in a long time. And it was like, oh yeah, kind of a feeling. And it makes more sense now. Though it's still kind of like suggestive, it makes more sense.
So she shot her husband.
Okay.
But in court, she made it, the judge or her lawyer told her, you need to say that y'all both reached for the gun. And that's where it's from. So if anyone's seen Chicago, the movie or the musical, that's They Both Reach for the Gun. It's a song. And if you haven't seen it, VanLuc, you need to see Chicago.
I know.
Yes,
now I'm going
VanLuc.
to. So it was basically you were like doing like a satirical phrase off of that situation from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the next clip. Let's move on to our next one.
Like how I feel that friendships should be, like friendship should be that you can communicate and, you don't have to talk every day. You can have differences, and not agree or whatever. But like, girl, you don't go on a video and expose your friend on the video. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of cray. So thank you for stopping in, Breland. I think she's.
If you don't know who Breland is, she's a wonderful creator. Check her out. And I agree with VanLuc. You don't do that to a friend. Like, to go and make a video just because you guys had a disagreement or you didn't like something that they did is crazy. And most normal people don't do that in real life. And I get people want clicks and views and everyone likes a good dumpster fire, but that's why I haven't done certain videos on people that I was friends with and we've had disagreements. And honestly, I do wish there was better communication between us, because if we did have better communication, a lot of things could have been worked out. And it's sad that they didn't want to communicate with me and decided to go do videos and put lies out that weren't true. But I still did not go out of my way to do the same thing, because that's who I am as a person. And I understand where Rich is coming from in that sense. And I understand where VanLuc is coming from when she says friends don't do that. And if you look, for instance, Rich is really good friends with Shelby with an E. She did do a video regarding the situation. She's friends with both Dustin and Rich, though she's closer to Rich. She didn't take anyone's side. She said enough is enough. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is not good, and people are getting hurt by this, and we need to work this out privately and fix this. And if you guys can't fix it, then move on. But there's no need to do videos like this about someone you considered a friend.
Out, but she did say that she would do that video with you, so that's pretty cool. I hope to see her in that video.
Can't wait for it.
So let's get back into this video because we're not even halfway. Didn't Dustin making drama on the true crime? Oh, did he start making drama in the true? Oh, girl,
He did.
If he started making drama in the true crime community, girl, y'all better watch out because
he already has.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look, Diana. Van, you and Rich were clearly bickering throughout your latest trip about snacks, dips, Selena's dad. It was obvious and fun.
They were.
Yeah, and
No.
I still can't believe
No.
it. No, I still can't believe it.
No.
Oh my God. But yeah,
To
that's
your
what
face.
I feel like.
He told you no to your face.
He did that. Oh, we won't get into that. That's a whole nother conversation.
You know, like Selena would have loved this.
Right.
No. He said no.
And Glamour Perry brings up a good friendships are stronger with opinions and respecting each other throughout thick and thin.
And when you are in a really good friendship and some people don't realize that. I know how I've been completely honest with all of my friends. And if there is something that I don't like that they did, I will go to them privately and say, listen, that's not right what you said. I don't agree with that. I'll give them my reason why I don't agree with that. And it's out of respect because I want to see them do good. And when they make like a fool of themselves, you want to help your friend. You don't want to hurt them by making a video and being like, this was wrong, 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 wrong. What the hell's wrong with you? You don't do that. You go to them privately, say, listen, that was really wrong. Let's figure this out. This is what I thought about it. This is how I feel about it. You give them different variables, why it was wrong. And if they want to fix it, they can. If not, you can agree to disagree and still be friends with that person. But if they continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, that becomes a cycle. And some people don't want to be in that cycle anymore. And it's just like, enough is enough. Like, I'm trying to help you. You're making yourself look bad. And I can't associate with something like that when I've been telling you over and over again, that's not right. It's not right what you're saying. It's not right what you're doing. And that's not who I am. We can agree to disagree, but I can't be a part of that anymore. And you move on. You move on. You don't go and do something like this.
You know, it's kind of the way that I look at it. Like, if friends are going to do things like this, then it's kind of like, girl, okay, well, thanks for not being able to stick with me through freaking clickbait video differences of opinions. Like, thanks for not showing me that our friendship is not strong enough, that we clearly can't agree to disagree on something and just move past that. You know what I mean? Because like me and you agree to disagree a lot of the time. I'll even tell you straight up, like, girl, yeah, no, that I don't agree with that. I think that was wrong. And, you know, and then if you don't agree, you're just like, okay, girl, well, yeah, I don't feel like that, but, you know, let's talk about something else. And we just move on, you know, like, and because I respect your opinions, behavior, whether they are the same as mine or not. We can't control what our friends feel. We can't try to bully or force them into having our same opinions just because they don't. Like, that's just not, you know, how life works. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much high school behavior, in my opinion, because when you're in.
And I have to agree with that. One of my big main reasons why I don't talk about certain situations that I've been through on YouTube in private, like private situations that I've been through with friends, is because I don't want to put my opinion onto somebody else just because I'm not happy with the situation. You guys are able to make your own opinions. We can agree to disagree as a creator and a subscriber. Also as friends. That's normal. But to then be like, well, this person did this, and this, and you shouldn't be watching them, or you can't be on my channel if you're over there in that person's channel, and why the hell were you over there? You're supposed to be my friend. That's putting opinions onto other people. You are making an expectation that they should be on your side when people can be wherever they want to be. People can like whoever they want. Just because maybe this person doesn't get along with this person doesn't mean that person that's in the middle is going to side with one over the other. They can like both people. They can get along with both people. They just maybe won't talk about this person with that person, and that is a good friendship. And I see that a lot on YouTube where people are like, well, why the hell were you over in that person's chat? You're supposed to be my friend. Well, if you're over there, you're blocked. That's not right. And to put opinions onto other people just because they had a bad experience with somebody, I don't agree with either. I can understand sticking up for yourself and telling it like it is, but don't force your opinions about somebody else onto other people to have the same opinion as you do. And if they don't agree with you, you don't cut them out. You don't do that. And that is a big reason why I don't do anything on my channel where I am putting my opinions about certain people onto the people that watch my channel. Because they can make their own opinions, and if we don't agree, then we don't agree. We can agree to disagree and still be friends or still be watching each other or whatever the case may be. That's normal. People aren't always going to agree with everybody.
In high school, you try to get, well, not me myself personally, but you know, you would see like certain people that would try to like bully their opinions onto other people, like, and if you didn't agree with it, they'd roast you or they'd bully you or make fun of you. And it's very much that vibe that it gives to me, this whole video, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And she's absolutely right. And it's happened in so many different situations where two people had a falling out, and then that one person went and was like, this happened and this person is so mean, this person did this, there are this, and if you like them, you can't be over here. That's bullying somebody, and that is forcing them to be on your side. And that is wrong. That is completely high school. And YouTube has a lot of people like that. And I've seen it. I've been a part of it where people have done that to me. And that's fine. Like, if you don't like me, then you don't like me. And if I don't like you, I don't like you. But I don't sit here and bash the shit out of you like other people have done to me. And it's sad that this is how the Rich and Dustin situation has become. But I will say, Rich, you are being the bigger person by not doing the same thing that Dustin did to you. There was a lot of things in that video that Dustin said about Rich that were completely fucked up. And that's putting it nicely. Completely fucked up. Saying that he has something wrong with him and he needs mental help is fucked up. Especially when his hands aren't clean and he's made clickbait videos and titles and thumbnails. It's not right. So that was the end of this clip. We're going to move on to our next clip. And I will say at one point, Paige does come on to the panel. And I just hope that how it ends, it's not the best ending. And I hope that they can work it out privately and still be friends.
Really not tired of talking about Trisha Paytas. It's like every time I turn around, like my feed is full of shit with Trisha Paytas. And I follow Trisha Paytas on social media. And I don't watch her videos that much anymore, but what is Trisha Paytas doing for all of you people to make videos about her like every single fucking day?
Time out. So you just admitted you don't watch her videos anymore. So how do you know what she is and isn't doing to be able to say, well, what the hell? Why are all these people making videos on her? There's a reason. Sometimes, yeah, they're just giving updates of what she said and did. And sometimes it's like, why did you even have to make a video about that? But majority of the time, Trisha is doing her Trisha normal behavior. And you admitted right then and there, you don't watch her videos anymore to understand what she is and isn't doing and why maybe people are talking about her all the time. Maybe if you'd watch, you'd understand.
Okay, and I will tell you what Trisha Paytas is doing.
Well,
because
Trisha Paytas brings me views. So I get a lot of
girl,
views
I,
with Trisha Paytas.
okay,
At least
but
he's being
not only
honest.
that, girl, but let's be real, okay? I'm so sick and tired of people saying like, "Oh, she's pregnant. You need to leave her alone." Granted, I agree that pregnant women should not be having stress or whatever, but when that pregnant woman is very much teeter-tottering on the verge of like
Yes.
causing controversy, then that's it ain't got nothing to do with you being pregnant, girl. Like recently she did a Snooki TikTok where she cosplayed as Snooki, and she had like, there was no context to it. She even laughed about it on her live stream.
Wait.
And was saying,
Hold on. She cosplay. So did
Me and Rich are both like, wait. What did Trisha do? Because I didn't hear this either. I didn't even know that she did this on her TikTok. And believe me, I will be investigating this. And that is the point, too. Like, just because she's pregnant doesn't mean she gets a pass. So just because this person had this issue doesn't mean they get a pass. It's not right. And I'm sorry, I'm opening up a cartridge for my vape because I just ran out. But it's absolutely true. She doesn't get a pass just because she's pregnant. Just because she's pregnant doesn't mean she's still not doing what she's doing, because she is. So because she's pregnant, she gets a pass to talk shit, make these crazy videos, and you'll hear from VanLuc, because she actually saw the TikTok. It looked like she was doing blackface. And she made the excuse up that this is her normal foundation. That's bullshit. So let's listen.
she do
At
like a
Snooki.
dark skin face?
She put the dark skin face, and when I saw that
Wow.
video, I very much thought it was blackface, and I was like, oh, what the heck? Like, here we go. Like, she's still in her same old habits. And granted, she really is. If you look at it, she really has not changed. She just teeter-totters on the verge of like, teasing at her audience. And so when I saw that, I was just like, oh my God. And she joked about it in a live stream and was like, yeah, I kind of thought that people, and she even replied to somebody's comment under that TikTok. She was like, oh my God, thank you for recognizing that it's Snooki. I thought that people were just going to know, but some people didn't, and so if she was knowingly putting it out there.
Now, Snooki is not even black. Yes, she's really tan, and she's Italian. So when you're Italian, you do tan a lot better than most people. It's kind of in your genetics. But that's not an excuse. And if you're imitating somebody, you don't need to go to that level. You could be really tan. You could do like an orange, tan to make it look like a fake tan. But to be like dark skinned in a video is going to cause issues. When people do blackface, it's so fucked up, and they should never do that, and they should not get a pass. And that is my feeling on that. Now, last night, I was telling Pope this, and I have the bag actually right here that I can show you. I do like little TikToks with different makeup and different face masks and things like that. This isn't the right one. But I had this face mask, and I did this one. And it is a charcoal face mask with the volcano ash. It is like a black sheet. And I was like, I would love to do a video regarding like a review on this face mask, because honestly, this is amazing face mask. Like, it really does a wonderful job on your skin. But then I was like, I don't want anyone to think that I'm doing blackface just because I have a black face mask on. And I stopped, and I said, you know what? It's not right. I don't like when other people do it. And I don't want anyone to judge me just because I have a face mask on. And when I see people do it on purpose, it does bother me. one of the creators that I do like a lot, Rakita Law, he has admitted that he's done it before. He's even posted the photo so people can see it, but he's also taken accountability, saying that it was really wrong. This was done like 15, 20 years ago when it wasn't like a big thing on the internet, which still doesn't get a pass. But he was like dressing up for Halloween to be somebody, and it was more of a cosplay kind of thing for Halloween. And I've even commented in his chat saying, like, I get where you're coming from, but you don't get a pass. At least you're taking accountability and you're sitting there saying, this is wrong. I was fucked up for doing this, but you still don't get a pass. He will continue to apologize for the rest of his life for that, which he does. He does. He's not afraid to show it, take accountability, and admit that he was fucked up for doing that, because now he understands it was messed up to do. Back then, people didn't really make it a big deal and push the issue, and he was just trying to be fun for Halloween, but he realizes now that he's learned about it, he's educated himself, he's seen it from other people's point of view, that it's fucked up. And he will always apologize, blue in the face, that he was wrong. He went on like a half-hour tangent one night about how wrong it was, how he feels about the situation, and how he regrets ever doing that because he never wanted it to be like that. But if people want to hold him accountable, he admits, I did this. I am taking accountability, and you can hold this against me. And I was wrong, which I give him credit for, putting that out there and taking accountability. Still wrong in my opinion. It's not something that I agree with, and honestly, I don't approve of it at all. And that's just something we can agree to disagree. You're not going to like everything that people do. But when you see people like Trisha doing this, and there's other small creators that I don't want to mention because that's my opinion on them, they don't give a fuck when they do shit like that. They don't take accountability. They don't apologize. And they make up excuses for why they did what they did. And they still throw it in people's face. And that bothers me. If you can't take accountability, you can't admit why you're wrong, you can't educate yourself, you can't better yourself, and you can't admit that you were wrong, then you don't get a pass either. No one gets a pass, but you will get even more hate because of that. Because you can't take accountability. Because you can't admit when you're wrong. And if you can't educate yourself and realize how fucked up that was, that's on you. And we can agree to disagree, but I will look at you differently because of that. Because you can't take accountability and admit, yeah, I was fucked up for doing that. And I should have never done that. I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Whatever your fucking excuse is, take accountability. You need to keep apologizing. If you are sincere and you mean that what you say, when you say you're sorry, that is being sincere. But when you're making up excuses for why you did what you did, that's just bullshit. You are bullshitting people. And it's wrong. People are going to tell you when you're wrong. You shouldn't be mad when people say that's fucked up. You should understand where they're coming from. And there are people that go to these people and explain why it's wrong, how it hurts them, and they still don't care. They see it as hate. They see it as they're bullying me, when that's not the case. They're being honest and sincere with you, and you should be sincere in your apology. And you would still apologize to this day if anyone ever brought it up. You don't just say, well, I've apologized so many times in the past. I don't get why people are still bringing this up. If you were sincere with how you felt about what you did, you would still apologize completely for the rest of your life if you have to.
And thinking like, I'm gonna
Sorry, I
put
got
this
on a
out there
rant.
and wear this really dark
It really
complected,
bothers
you
me.
know, and she lied and said that's actually my actual foundation that I used. And it's like, girl, no, you don't, because you're white. You do not
So
use
she
that
gave an
that
excuse.
complexion of foundation. Quit lying. And so it was very much just like the trolling is just, she does it right on the edge. You know what I mean? And
Well,
it's just like,
I think that she knows that controversy sells for her.
exactly. So she's still, she is one of the creators that is still currently doing what they have done in the past. So how can you, it's weird to me that he doesn't try to hold her accountable, because we all know that, you know, he supports her or whatever, right? So let's just, you know, put that out there. And so that's another thing that I was just like, I cannot take seriously someone complaining about clickbait, you know, when you support one of the biggest clickbaiting trolls on the internet. Like that to me
Well,
is
True.
like,
again,
it's a no.
Dustin's not here to defend himself, so
It's
I don't
true.
know. I don't know if he supports her, but I get what you're saying.
Well, I mean, he even admitted right here that he still follows her on Twitter or whatever. So it's just like, if you didn't like support her actions, if you tried, like if she's your friend, and you know, because I know that he's collabed with her before, and if she's, you know, your friend or whatever, like, did you do the same that you did to Rich? Did you tell her the things that you don't agree with? Did you try to hold her accountable privately? And when she didn't, did you drag her on your YouTube channel and then say, I want nothing to do with you and I want to distance myself from you and I'm done? Did you do those same things? No. So it's,
She makes such a valid point. And just because she is pregnant does not mean she gets a pass. So she does things on purpose to know that controversy is going to bring in views for her. Does not mean she gets a pass because she's pregnant. People are allowed to be upset. People are allowed to give their opinion, and people are allowed to cover that because it is fucked up.
it's hypocritical. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
True.
I see what you're
My
saying.
opinion.
I just don't want to go in because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
No.
true. I
But
get
it's because this isn't like that type of party.
And
Yeah.
thank you,
But
Rich, because
maybe
he
I
can
think
talk
he
about
did
that
do
if he
that though,
really
VanLuc. I
wants
think he
to.
did make videos calling her
Oh,
out. I think
okay.
he
Well,
did,
I don't
but
watch his channel,
I don't
so I
think the
wouldn't know.
friendship. I don't think their friendship was as close as mine, and his. Unless, but I
Oh,
don't know. I can't speak to that.
yeah.
Maybe they know maybe they are super close. I don't know.
I mean, if their friendship wasn't that close, you and Rich's friendship was close, and you are holding him to this higher standard than you are Trisha, and yet you are in this video acting like she's never done anything wrong. Does that make any sense? I think you're being a little biased, and it's wrong. She does fucked up shit that she needs to be held accountable for. You're going to hold someone that you're really close to accountable. You need to hold these other people accountable for what they did too.
Well, I'm glad for you clearing that up, because I don't really watch, like, I've watched a few whenever, you know, I see the title and the thumbnail that I'm like, okay, I would be interested in watching that, but I definitely haven't watched, just because I had seen in the past where he had collabed with Trisha, and so maybe that was just my bad for assuming, because I just assumed like he's really, you know, he's collabed with her, you know, he still
She's
follows her
taking
on social media.
accountability
He's
because she doesn't
that
know.
to me is showing
That's
support
the
or whatever.
proper
So
thing to
you
do.
support her actively. So I'm just not going to watch any of your videos on Trisha Paytas, because I can't take that commentary seriously. You know what I mean? That's just how I felt. So I didn't watch those. But if you say that he did do that, then you know that I know that you would tell me the truth. You wouldn't lie about that.
Yeah.
So then I kind of take, you know, part of that back, but I don't
But
take.
And she's taking accountability, and we need to recognize that, because she's saying, listen, I don't watch his videos, and because they've collabed in the past, that makes me not want to watch it. At least she's admitting that and she's taking accountability. And that's a big thing. Like, people want people to take accountability, but when they take accountability, they still talk shit about this person. When people are actually taking accountability for what they said and did, we need to be like, listen, I give you props because not a lot of people actually take accountability. They make up all this bullshit why they did what they did, when reality is we want people to be accountable and admit when they're wrong. But when they do that, people don't give a rat's ass that they took accountability and they admitted when they're wrong. And that's not right either. I just needed to point that out. I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep stopping. I have to for the perspective of fair use. But there are some things that I need to talk about too and give my opinion on in these videos.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying
out.
that. Yeah, he might have
Yeah.
did do that, but I don't know if their friendship was as close as ours,
Oh,
because
gotcha. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So I just what I'm trying to
And
say.
somebody said, Amber said that he did. He doesn't like Trisha and what she does. He was talking about people going in on her about pregnancy and motherhood, pointing out that there's a line. Yeah, and I do agree with that. But and that's why I myself stopped with the Trisha Paytas videos, because I've made a few Trisha Paytas videos that got really good views, and I wasn't gonna stoop to her level, because let's all remember that Trisha Paytas had no problem talking bad about Ethan and bashing Ethan and Hila for their parenting skills while Hila was pregnant and causing a lot of stress and other dramas while Hila was pregnant. So therefore, that's kind of where I get it. Like, it's not the right thing to do, but at the same time, like, it's almost kind of karmatic in a way. But, you know, as far as like me, I will not make videos on her, because I wouldn't, God forbid, anything were to happen to her, just like the stress that she was putting Hila and Ethan through when Hila was pregnant. I would not want to put anyone through that. So I'm not going to stoop to Trisha's level and do that. But at the same, so I agree with that. But at the same time, she is no Mother Teresa. Like, you know, he wants to give somebody grace who did not grant that same grace to someone in her exact same position. So do I agree with that? In a way, but kind of no. Like, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but that's kind of how I feel about that.
And that is the end of that clip. And it does make sense. He's giving her grace because she's pregnant. And listen, I have made a lot of videos on Trisha in the past. When I found out she was pregnant, I was happy for her. And I've made videos expressing how happy I am for her. But when she does do something wrong, I am going to hold her accountable, because she never takes accountability for her actions. And she herself, her hands are not clean. And just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you get a pass. But I also understand VanLuc's point of view, where she doesn't want to cover that because, God forbid, anything does happen. She doesn't want to be a part of that. And I've said it in Trisha videos, especially in the beginning, that if something was to happen to the baby, that would be the first thing she says. Look at all these people. They're causing drama. They talk shit about me all the time. That's the reason. She would automatically blame that being the reason, even if it's not. That's how Trisha is. And I understand. I've given her some grace. That is my personal opinion, to give her some grace, because, yes, she's pregnant. But when she did something I did not like, I talked about it. So that is that clip. Let's move on to the next one. We're on 7, so we're halfway through.
Let me see. Let me go to community and check who I have blocked.
So, all right. This is where someone says that Paige wrote a tweet saying that you had blocked her, and she had wrote in the chat, and she didn't see the message that Paige wrote, but Paige put it in the tweet. So she's looking to make sure that she didn't block Paige, because she knows for a fact that she's never blocked her, but she wants to double check because she didn't know why this could happen. And clearly you have moderators. Moderators can block people from your channel. And she just wants to double check, because if that is something that happened, then that's not right. But this is where the whole Paige thing comes into play. And somebody in the chat said, hey, Paige said this on Twitter. She checked Twitter as this was happening to double check that Paige wasn't blocked. So this is that clip here.
Because I definitely do not think, let me see here for the T, Pamela, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Caleb, Midnight Kismet,
She goes through her whole list. I love it.
Lulu, Johnner. I do not have Paige blocked. What? I don't know where that's coming from, but Paige is not blocked. I mean, I'll show. That's really weird. Did Paige comment and I don't see? I'm on StreamYard, so I don't know if StreamYard would like. Did my
StreamYard?
Am I still live?
And you would see every comment on StreamYard.
Am I?
It's not like you have to put it on live chat like you do. So
if you
YouTube,
can see that I'm live,
see every comment on StreamYard.
Put a 1 in the chat, please, if I'm still live, because I think I lost Rich. Rich, are you there? Maybe he got on a phone.
She did lose Rich because Rich was getting a phone call.
Okay, yes, I'm still live. Okay, yeah, that's really weird because I do not have Paige blocked. I don't know why. Did anyone see Paige's comment in the chat?
And no one saw the comment in the chat.
Okay, ones. Okay. I don't know why I didn't see her comment in the chat. She's definitely not blocked.
Oh, my cat is back from war.
That's really odd.
She's waiting for her dad to come home.
So she said, if you can agree to disagree with friends, why did you block me on all socials? I never made a video about you. You were hurt by me. Why?
So this, I don't think, was about VanLuc, and you will see in a second. But I think the whole blocked in the chat was about VanLuc. But when she was saying that, why did you block me on all social media? That was actually about Rich. And we will find out that Rich did block her on all social media accounts. And he says why, and he explains that to her. But that part of the comment was directed towards Rich. She did leave a comment in the chat that apparently wasn't seen. And that's why I think that portion was about VanLuc. But the other portion was definitely about Rich.
Is what Paige had said. So, oh, here's Rich. He got back.
Okay, so someone sent me a receipt saying that I'm lying through my teeth.
What?
But
about what?
Petty Paige just tweeted and said that I'm lying through my teeth.
Well, she also...
Petty Paige is also Paige Christie. I believe she changed her name. It's the same person that they're talking about.
Said that I have her blocked, and I literally...
Well, this is what's interesting is I haven't even spoke on here, first of all, and I agreed with Dustin saying that... Hold on, because they're getting it twisted. I agree that when Dustin said that he reached out to me and said that it was thumbnail and title was wrong. I agree with that.
So what would you be lying about?
Put her on StreamYard.
Well, girl, she's saying that I have her blocked, and I don't. I literally on live stream went and I checked, and she ain't blocked, girl. So I don't know.
I agree. It was in poor taste. What is there to lie about?
And he wasn't lying. He was telling the truth the entire time. And like I said, I think it's all miscommunication, especially between Paige and Rich. And we will see that in our next clip. So this is the end of that one. Let's remove that one. And I will add the next one.
That tries to use that, I can always kick them out from behind the scenes. So I'm going to go ahead and add Paige right now. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Girl, I don't know why it didn't show up. I know that I have it set to subscribers only, so I don't know if maybe you're not subscribed, but
No, I'm subscribed. I've
oh,
been
I
subscribed
definitely
for a
don't
while.
have you blocked. Like I checked and everything. I was like, what is going on? But I'm using
Well,
StreamYard
if
and I'm
that's
not.
the case, I apologize, because from my end, if like a comment doesn't show up in chat, it just shows like the person as like, it usually means that the person has either been hidden or blocked from chat. So
Yeah,
if
no.
that's the case and that hasn't happened,
Okay, let's clear something up real quick. So, clearly they don't understand this. When you have subscriber mode only, if you're subscribed to a channel for the amount of time that they put on subscriber mode, which VanLuc does admit it was for 5 minutes. She admits that she's been subscribed for a long time. Even if she wasn't subscribed, if you were not subscribed, you would have to wait that 5 minutes before you can even type anything in that little box. It would stay there until that 5 minutes was up. It's not like when you are hidden from somebody's channel and you can put a message on their channel, you won't know that it's not coming up for them. You would still see it. So if she was, say, they considered it blocked, it's hidden. If you block somebody, you don't see anything on anybody else's channel at all. If they're hidden from just that channel, that means she would type and everybody else that was in the chat would be able to see it. If she was hit, like if she was blocked, I mean. So if she was blocked, say, you know, she was watching a Rich Lux live and she saw Paige there and she blocked her on Rich's channel, she can still go over to VanLuc7 and make comments because she's not hidden from VanLuc7. She's just hidden from VanLuc7, which would mean VanLuc7 would not see the comment, but everybody else in the chat would. But the chat even said they didn't see her comment at all either. And that means she was not hidden from the channel and she was not blocked. Because that means if she was blocked, everyone would see it. If she was hidden, it wouldn't go through at all. Like she would be able to see her comment, but nobody else would. And she wouldn't even notice unless she was on like another browser on maybe a different name or incognito or not even signed in. She would be able to see that it doesn't appear. And then she could tell from there that, yes, she's probably hidden from the channel. It doesn't tell you when you're hidden or blocked from her channel. It doesn't. It doesn't report it. You don't see anything like that.
then that's fair
No
enough.
way.
I apologize.
I watch her videos. Like, no way, Jose. I would not do that. But I
No
was just like,
worries.
that's really odd. So yeah, Rich is here, as you know, and he was
Hello,
like,
hello.
he was just
Hello.
wondering, what is it exactly that you mean?
Oh, one more thing about that whole situation. So say she said a word that maybe VanLuc7 has on her blocked words list. A moderator would be able to see that comment and have to approve or deny it. VanLuc7 would still be able to see it, but a moderator would have to approve or deny it for it to be in the chat. It could even be a word that Google doesn't allow in the chat. They'd still be able to approve or deny. VanLuc7 would still see it, and so would all the moderators.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused, right?
Yeah.
Because for me personally, you went completely left because you
Yeah.
gotta remember, right? We were in this group chat, we were all having a conversation together, yeah?
Yeah.
And you and Dustin made the situation where he was saying the thumbnail and the video wasn't cute. Me, Margot, Nick, we all commented, dude, that's not cute. That's not a cute look.
Yes, that's
right?
true. Yes.
We
yes.
all spoke to you in privately, yeah?
Yes.
And
yes.
then after
Well,
that,
and
Dustin said that he was going to post the video. He said he was going to make a video about that. You said, let them make their videos, girls. Okay, fine. Dustin then posted the video. Then you got upset. You uninvited us to your party. Then you said that for us to fuck off in the end. And then you went and blocked me. I didn't fucking make a video.
Yeah. Okay. Can I
on
speak now?
all socials, because that makes me think that it's deep, and I didn't think it was deep.
Now, she says she didn't make a video. The day that all this was happening, Technically, yes, she didn't make a video. I have seen a portion of Xylie's video. She did go on Xylie's channel and talk about the situation with Xylie. So technically, Xylie did the live where she was over there talking about the situation, but she herself didn't make a video. You know what I mean? She's being right. She didn't make a video, but she did discuss the situation on somebody else's channel. So you gotta think of it in that perspective.
Because if we're allowed to agree to disagree, which is where I would have left it, I ain't making no videos. So if we were allowed to agree to disagree, then why did that hit back on me? What's the reason?
So first of all, Paige, I just want to say that I was just really hurt, and I was upset, and I was angry, and I was frustrated, and I meant when I said fuck off, because I was so angry. I was so angry, and it's true. Paige and Dustin and a few people in the chat were saying that the video title and thumbnail was in poor taste, and I agree with that. It was in poor taste, but it's clicks and views. It's part of all that drama satire. No one takes me serious and stuff like that. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So Dustin said, "Well, hold on." So Dustin said he's gonna make his video. So when he said that, I was like, "Well, it doesn't matter if I take the video down or." Well, I'm not taking the video down because in the video I say it was a lie. But if I change title and text, he was so angry, he was still going to make his video regardless. So I was like, I'll just keep it up. Right. But it is true. Y'all did tell me to take it down, but that doesn't mean I have to do it, you know. But I hear you. I hear you out. And thank you for that. And thank you for that. For saying, hey, friend, that title and text is effed up. I heard y'all 100%. I heard y'all. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I kept it up because that's just part of the gig, right? And I got angry and frustrated.
I understand that, but you gotta.
So he was upset when he told "fuck you" or "fuck off." He was upset. He was very upset in that moment, whether it was directed to just Dustin or everybody at that point. He was upset. He's allowed to be upset. Also, this is not an excuse, but he was definitely irritated by having the earache, the headache, and that makes your levels of being irritable up here way more. So he was upset. You got this too. It rises a little bit because of that. So yes, maybe he did take it very much to an extreme, but he was upset. She has every right to be upset too,
right?
Yes, I know that. I know
and I can
do that.
watch as a spectator. And then after the chat went silent, when Dustin left and all that kind of stuff, I left the message the following day. I said I was stoned yesterday. I didn't take what was happening seriously because you are such a clown and all that kind of stuff. I didn't take you being upset seriously. I didn't know anyone was upset. I didn't think it was real. So the following day I sent a message and said, listen, this is how I feel and this is what I have to say. And I'm actually really upset with you, Richard, because I've been there in your corner in times when other people would have fucking turned their back, Rich. When other people would have turned their back, when they would have held you to the flames. I've spoken to you billions of times in private, and I've never brought a single thing to the internet. And you tell me to fuck off?
Because of the comment that I saw, it made me angry.
And she has every reason to be upset too. If someone told me to go fuck off, I'd be upset too. She has every right to be upset, just as much as he has every right to be upset. It was very much miscommunication. He was directing anger that he had towards Dustin to everybody else as well. He is wrong in that situation, but he has a right to be upset with what was going on just as much as she has a right to be upset at what happened. Hopefully, they have worked this out. They can remain friends and they can say, listen, this got to a point where we both got really, really upset. We took this really personal. Let's fix this. And I know she is really, really upset, and she has every right to be upset, just like Rich does. But I know that she is taking this very hard, and it's sad to see her this hurt.
Comment really got under my skin, and I was so angry at it. And I'm allowed to be angry and upset. You know, when I saw that.
Through all of the bullshit it is that we've been through, Rich, honestly, it hurts me personally to know that out of everything, this stupid, insignificant moment between you and Dustin, like y'all don't even re-upload this shit every fucking 2 years anyway. That situation was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I was done with it because it wasn't the first time he did it. The first time.
Then why again? I fuck Dustin right now.
Which I agree. This was not the first time that Dustin had did this. This has been multiple occasions, but he misdirected his anger onto other people. And he was angry at the time. He should have taken a day or two to cool off. He blocked her right away, and that really got him upset. So, like, she was able to send the message the next day, but then he blocked her. He shouldn't have done that. And the sun is coming out, baby. But yeah, he shouldn't have done that. And I get where she's angry because he shouldn't have done that. Now, he's had a couple days to cool off since this situation. He should have unblocked her. Said, listen, I misdirected my anger. I know you're upset with me. Can we talk about this? It shouldn't have been done on a live stream. But hopefully, because of this, they can now talk and fix the situation.
Right? I'm talking about me and you.
Yeah.
Well, somebody in the chat, and I know that I saw this and that me and Rich had talked about it as well. Somebody said, Paige, it wasn't nice to cheer Dustin on when he dragged Rich. I would be hurt too. And I definitely saw that as well. It seemed like if there was like behind the scene, like if you knew what was coming. And
all I said in that tweet was that Rich got dragged like a woodchuck would have got dragged if he got dragged.
Before that,
the point of the matter is, one second, with all great respect, the point of the matter is that what I wasn't saying was, whoa, wow, great, Justin, woo, and I didn't say.
There was behind the scenes shit happening that, one, VanLuc wasn't a part of, and two, we didn't understand the behind the scenes stuff. She does talk about it. So her comment that she made, people weren't aware. One, she wasn't taking it very seriously. She was just pointing it out. And two, there was so much behind the scenes that we didn't understand that we took that as, wow, she's going after Rich, when really that's not what was going on. She was just explaining what was happening with everything that she saw that we didn't see.
True.
Oh man, I didn't say nothing like that. I kept it neutral because it's both my friends. You got to remember, these are two of my friends.
Yeah.
Both my friends. But the fact was, Rich got dragged and everybody knew that.
Well, true. But I think that before that, there was like a tweet that said that the drama incoming. Now, you could have been talking about something else. Granted, you definitely could have. But I think that that's part of why people are seeing, like, speculating that there was like behind the scenes stuff going on where you possibly knew. Because I didn't know if that was fact or whatever. But when I looked
at Dustin posted in chat and let Rich.
Yes, and people had every right to assume, but you cannot assume things. This is why you shouldn't assume, but they might have assumed that that was about Rich. And I did see that comment, and I was like, is she talking about the situation? Just like the Rich tweet where he tweeted just a bunch of snakes. Apparently, that wasn't about this situation. And I found that out in a video that Rich did that was actually to Deaf Noodles in the situation that was happening with Deaf Noodles and Ethan Klein and all of that situation. But because all of this was going on with Dustin, that seemed like that was towards Dustin.
Rich know, like we said, we talk in private, right? Let him know ahead of time. I'm making a video on this. I'm really upset with what happened. That's why I was like, girl, drama incoming. Here we go.
See, and since we don't know that, then it would be easy for people to see that. So I get that now. I get that now.
It would, but it would make more sense if there was a lot more transparency. And
True.
I think for me personally, watching the stream and just clicking in to hear what it is that Richard's got to say, there's a lack of transparency in the stream, because it seems as if we're only hearing about Rich's side of events, and he's, you know, very blasé with, oh well, you know, the whole situation wasn't such a big deal to me, and people make.
All right, but I have to say this. Yes, we are hearing Rich's side of the situation. He had not spoken. Well, he made that one little video, but it didn't give any details like he did this video. He has every right to talk about his situation. Dustin talked about his feelings, and there was all these other people that talked about how they felt about the whole situation. And she's forgetting that she went on Xylie's stream and she said how she felt. So people heard her side of the situation. No one at this point had really heard Rich's side to how he felt. So, yes, we are hearing Rich's side, but he has every right to explain his side. Everyone else has explained how they felt. He has a right to as well.
Videos about me, so it's not a big deal, but this was a big deal. This was a big deal. You left, you stormed off, and then you just completely deleted me out of your life like I was fuck all. And then you're now going on streams and speaking to your audience, but you're not even speaking to the people who brought it to you first, personally, who spoke to you in private before any video was made. You didn't even speak to us.
No.
So when people get upset and they sit there and say Rich's ego this is it.
He should have let
I
him.
thought y'all did talk though. I thought y'all did talk in private about everything.
See, so the next day she did send Rich a message, and he did see what she said, but then that's when he blocked her. And he was probably still very upset about everything that was happening. And yes, they should have talked in private. He had also seen comments that she made, and he probably assumed they were about the situation. And he was so upset about everything that was happening, he got upset there. She is right. He should have been talking to the people that this was about. The problem is, and I can see his point as well, that everybody has been talking about how they felt, and this is his time to talk about how he felt. But Paige is right. He should have gone to the other people that had not talked about the situation yet, though some of them did. He still should have gone to them and talked to them once he cooled off. And I understand her point. I understand his point. And that's it's very hard to be like, well, you're right or you're right, because they're both kind of right. They're both right, but they're both wrong for what they both did. So it's a very hard situation to take one person's side. And honestly, I'm not taking anyone's side on this, because they were both upset. They're both wrong for, what each other did. Him blocking her and her thinking that this is all about Rich and he doesn't have a right to say how he feels, but he also should have gone to her privately and talked to her. But he has every right also to be up there and express how he feels. So I get both situations. It's hard. It's hard to be like, well, Rich is right, no, Paige is right, because the situation is just really fucked up at this point, and it's sad. It's truly sad.
After when y'all decided to mutually not be friends or whatever, I thought.
No, he just got me. That was it. No, he didn't say shit to me. It was fuck off, and that was the end. He didn't say nothing to me, VanLuc.
Mm-hmm. This video was in poor taste. I heard y'all. Dustin made his video, and I was like, fuck off. That was it. Because at that point, I was done. I was done after he made that video, and he made his video on several creators in the past that I'm not going to name. And I said in the stream that I'm not going to really talk about Dustin because he's not here to defend himself. But I just kind of felt like this is it. Like, yeah, man, mucho pinche pelo. It's already 2 videos he's made about me in 2 years. I'm over it. Like, friends don't do that. I don't make videos about my friends like that. There are videos that you've made, Paige, that I don't agree with, but I don't make videos saying, Paige, this video is in poor taste. I don't like that. I just say,
Yeah, the same with me
no,
though,
let me
Rich.
speak. Even if I don't like a video and I tell you I don't like your video, Page, and you don't change it, I'm not going to make a video talking about it publicly. I just don't, it blows my mind. Blows my
Yes.
mind that it's okay for a friend to make a video about someone you consider a friend and everyone's okay with it in the group chat. That was what blows my freaking mind. And it's been done to me by several other people. And it was like,
Again,
that's it. That's
Rich.
it. I'm out.
And I get where he's coming from. He is so hurt. You can hear it in his voice. He is so hurt by this situation. But I can hear in her voice too how hurt she is in this situation. And it's so sad that it's even come to this. It really is. It is so sad. And it breaks my heart that they're both really upset and that they hopefully, I'm hoping and praying, I am praying that after this live, they've been able to talk and work this out. I will say, though, too, with Dustin, now he pointed out that even if I didn't like a title or a thumbnail that you've done, Paige, I wouldn't do a video on you or I wouldn't like hold that against you. Dustin, and I did show this in my last video, Shelby said her opinion about the situation, which she's allowed to. She's friends with both of them. Dustin held that over her head and was like, well, when you did that video on Trisha, I didn't like when you did that. I didn't like the title. I didn't like the thumbnail. And he said that publicly. And he bashed Shelby. That Shelby had to respond, show the DMs, explain, yeah, this is the video right here. And I did change the thumbnail. I did change the title. And then after everything happened, I changed it back because I thought about it. And yeah, it was wrong because I understood your point of view. But then I was realizing, and she said she was influenced by some people, that just because one person doesn't like it doesn't mean I have to change it, because if I change it just because one person doesn't like it, then I would have to do that for everybody that doesn't like a certain situation. And she's absolutely right. Not everyone's gonna like everything that people do. And if you change one thing because people don't like it, then people are going to expect you to do that every single time when every single person doesn't like someone. And I do get Shelby's point of view. And that is, I will link her video down below where she did talk about this. She did a one the other day where she talked about the situation. She did remain very, very unbiased. And unfortunately, Shelby is very hurt too because she's friends with both of them. And when you have friends that are in the middle of a situation like this, not only are both parties upset, but everybody that's in the middle is upset too. And it's heartbreaking because it's just to the point that if Dustin, you know, someone doesn't take Dustin's side, then he's going to get upset that they took Rich's side, even if they remain unbiased. Like Shelby remained unbiased, Dustin is holding that against her. And it's sad because now they might have a situation because of this and it had nothing to do with them. And it's like people don't realize that when creators are beefing, you're putting your subscribers in the middle, and some creators will make their subscribers choose, and that is not right. And I cannot point that out enough, that how bad that is when a creator, in the sense, and I'm not saying it's direct bullying, but they bully the subscribers by saying, if you are over there, then you're not welcomed here. If you're not on my side, then you're not welcomed. That's putting your opinion onto other people. And when they're in the middle, you have to realize they're in the middle of a tough situation because they like you both. And if they don't want to take anyone's side, that doesn't mean that, you know, they don't agree or disagree with what happened. That means they still want to be friends with both of you. And they just won't talk about each other to each other. And they can be friends with both people and have a civil friendship with both. And not be like, well, go to Rich and be like, hey, Rich, Dustin did this. I don't agree with that. Oh my God, he's such a terrible person. Oh, Dustin, Rich did this. Oh my God, that's a terrible. Oh my God, he's such a bad person. He's an evil, like, manipulative bitch. You don't do that. Eventually that'll come out too. And people don't realize when they talk shit about other people, you're taking both sides, and then here you are talking shit about both people behind their back. It comes out. If they want to remain unbiased and they want to remain friends with both of them, they will understand, and they would just say, listen, I don't want to talk about the situation. I understand that you're hurt, but I don't want to be dragged into this. And they have every right to say that. So this clip is now done. We are going on to our 9th clip, which means we have 3 more. So let's take this one up and add the next one.
Dustin isn't here to defend himself. So it was mainly me commenting, and then Rich, like when I would ask him a question, but I get it. You saw some of it. So I know that you know what the stream is about. But I do think that like we didn't talk about you at all, but I get that you wanted to address this with Rich. And I do agree. Like one of the things that I do want to say is that, you know,
I hope
Rich with Paige bringing up her point about you know, like I get it that when you saw the tweets or whatever, and it seemed like they were ganging up on you or whatever was going on behind the scenes, I could definitely see how that would be hurtful. Because if I have a friend, you know, and they know that somebody's going to talk about me or whatever and kind of joke about it, whatever, then that I could see how that would be hurtful. But like, I think that like people in the chat are saying like how, you know, basically you're holding Paige accountable because she should have held Dustin accountable. And I think that that's kind of like, you know, when you're saying like, okay, well, you should have chose a side or whatever, or you should have told him that was wrong or whatever, which agreed, you know, as a friend, maybe she could have said something, or maybe she could have just not said anything at all. And so maybe, I mean, I just hope that this is a learning situation for everybody, because I think that y'all really are good friends. I know that you and Paige have been through, you know, a lot together, and she has stuck up for you in a lot of situations, you know. So I think that, you know, yeah, I think that what you said, she was kind of caught in the like the crossfires basically. And so it's really sad. Like I hope that y'all do stay friends. But like, yeah, at the same time, I don't know. I wouldn't have, I'm just being honest, like Paige, I wouldn't have participated in anybody's, like if I were to know that somebody was going to talk about Rich and we were mutual friends, I wouldn't like be condoning it or like supporting it in any way. But I know that we're different, but I could definitely see how Rich could feel badly about that. But I also see how you're like stuck in the middle, basically between two.
Yeah, with great respect.
She's very much stuck in the middle.
About Rich Lux in the past being involved in drama, commentating passively on it. I've just done exactly the same. The difference is that he was upset with me.
Yeah,
true.
It's not like you've not made like passive commentary online, like, girl, oh, somebody said this about Rich Lux because I follow, I like.
Oh yeah,
you know, I do all of those things.
I know, and I do, but I always do it like in support of my friend. You know what I mean? And if I had
but then is it? Yeah, but you. This is the thing, though, VanLuc. It's 2 friends, so I can't. I know
that's why I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say.
She was gonna say like, I would support my friend, but if they were both my friend, I would stay out of it, or I would go to this person privately and say, listen, I don't want to get involved because he's my friend just as much as you're my friend, and this is hurting me just much as it's hurting you, and if you drag me into this and have to choose a side, that's not fair to me. And I totally agree with her.
Stuck in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Like if it was 2 friends, that, and I was gonna say that before you interrupted, but if it was two friends that were in that situation, then I would probably not even comment at all, because yes, I have commented under Rich's tweets before, and when people are saying things or whatever, and this is the first time that I have commented, as far as like, I don't know Dustin, but I know that like he was like friends with Rich and everything, and I wasn't gonna tweet about it, but then I of course have my own opinions, and I was just like, yeah, I just can't, like, it's a no for me, like this is just ridiculous at this point. And so I did tweet about it, but it's like the first time that I've openly, like, tweeted about, I guess, people within this friend group that are close to each other, because normally I'll comment when he's talking about like other dramas or whatever, then of course, or if somebody hurts him, then of
Yeah,
course I'm gonna
but
tweet in support
yeah,
of him.
you
Well,
also have to remember though that this is an ongoing history between him and Dustin. They've
thank
been doing
you.
this for years.
Thank
This
Yeah.
you.
like the situation between them this is like season 3 premiere of the
Oh
same
Lord.
show. Do you understand what I mean? So at this point, like, I didn't see this as serious.
Oh,
I didn't
I get
see
what
it as
you're
Oh,
serious.
saying.
there you go.
Honestly, at one
There
point,
you
Rich,
go.
I questioned whether this was for your reality show, because I thought, you can't be serious. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
I
no,
thought
I
it was
did
for your
too.
A
reality show.
reality
No,
show.
But at the
Paige,
end of the day,
I think there's just a lot of miscommunication here. I'm glad that they were able to do this and each kind of say how they felt. He was able to see that Paige was really hurt. Paige was able to see that he was really hurt. And I'm like hoping and praying. I know I've said this so many times, but I really, really hope that they've talked privately and worked this out, because it's sad that not only did Rich's friendship end with Dustin because Dustin ended it, but it would really hurt if their friendship in the meantime was hurt because of this whole situation, because it wasn't about Paige. It was about Dustin and what Dustin did.
honestly told him the same thing. I said, Rich,
Yeah.
is this even real? So I can get now that makes sense. Like now that honestly makes sense. And
Now
now
that
I can get the
totally sense.
tweet, because
so
honestly,
then you can then
I got her
understand how
toy.
it felt for me then to wake up in the morning and then see I'm blocked on all social medias and that Rich Lux told me to fuck off.
yeah, I can definitely see now that you explain it like that. But like, I hope that you see now from where we were, like it was confusing. So I can see where Rich was like confused by it and hurt. Do you
I
see what
get
I'm
it.
Yeah,
saying?
I can understand him being confused and hurt, but then the same way that he, expects
Which is that
everybody else to reach out to them privately and discuss something, I would have expected the same.
Yeah.
You didn't grant me that grace. The grace it was that he was asking other people to grant him.
See, I can definitely make sense of that. I can definitely see that.
I think that what I should have, I don't think it would have mattered because you said you were high at the time. But I think I should have just called you and then just
Oh
been
my
like,
God,
oh my.
Rich! Just because she's high at the time doesn't mean she's not thinking straight. Listen, when someone smokes a joint, yeah, they kind of maybe, are a little bit, not all there, but I know when I'm high, I think clearly. I think about things in different perspective that I didn't think about before, because it is more focused. And I don't agree with him saying that. Like, I get that maybe she was high and that's why he didn't want to have a conversation with her at the time. Don't bring that up on the video. That makes her look so, like, that just degrades her. And I've had friends like joke about other friends. Well, you are high. It's not funny. It's wrong. And to hold that against somebody, it's wrong for saying that. Oh, he got me so upset when he said that. But I get it. I get it. But Rich, don't do that again.
My God, I literally was freaking out. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe. I thought it was fake. His video. I thought it was a whole parody joke thing to get views. And when it turned out to be real, I'm like, no way, not again. This is it. I'm walking away. Because I wouldn't do, and I say that because I wouldn't do that to him. I wouldn't do that to
One
you.
sec, I want to address what's on the screen right now. Makeup by Harley Q just says, at this point, Paige, since you are friends with both of them, don't pick a side, let them hash it out or not. That's exactly what I did. I didn't pick no sides. I didn't side with Dustin. I didn't say, yeah, Dustin, go fucking get him. I didn't side with Rich, and I didn't say, yeah, go and get him, Rich. When I
Well,
tweeted,
I
it was a
will
mutual
say,
tweet about
when she did comment on Dustin's tweet about like how you dragged him like a woodchuck, I don't know exactly the wording she used, but she made a reference to how Dustin dragged Rich like a woodchuck and blah blah blah. That's not taking a side, but it was insulting to him, just like he kind of insulted you by saying you were high, so he didn't want to talk to you at that time. I know they're two different things, but they're both insulting each other. And it's sad.
the fact that there was a video that was out at that present moment where Rich got dragged. It was social commentary and no more.
So that is the end of this clip. We have just 3 more, and they're both kind of short. This one was the longest because I wanted to make sure that Paige's side was out there, Rich's side was out there, and this was an important part of the live when she came on there. So let me add the next one. So I could only add 10 things to the studio, so now I have to go in, add the video. So it's going to take just a moment. Video, clips. All right, and we're on number 10. I believe we're on 10.
Hopefully y'all see each other's sides of this, and hopefully y'all can be friends, because it's now that y'all have spoken, it really does seem like it's just a misunderstanding, and Paige, you were caught in the middle. And honestly, like, it's, you know, because this is basically between, I didn't know that this has happened like so many times. That's ridiculous. But I can see even more
well,
so.
as far as I'm concerned, in terms of friendship and stuff, like, I sent him a message, long-winded message, explaining
Yeah, I
exactly
read it.
how
I
I
read it. I
felt.
read it.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for leaving me on read. That was very nice of you.
But if he read it, how did he leave it unread? Now, I don't know where the message was sent, and I know some places you can put like unread so the person thinks it was unread even though you read it, but he's saying that he read it. So maybe when you saw it, it was still unread at that point, but he read it. I think she's just really upset here, and I hope that she's had time to cool off. You'll see what happens.
You blocked me on all social medias. You didn't want to talk to me under any parameters. And at this moment in time, I just wanted to know why. And now that you've explained yourself why, to me still it does not compute. Because even if it was just a heat of the moment kind of thing, 2 days later, I should have had a fucking response.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, Rich, all the best. I wish you all the best in the future, but I'm gonna have to clock out of this too.
Okay. Love you, Paige. No, I don't have no beef or drama with you at all. I was just hurt in that moment. That's all.
I wish she would have stayed to hear that, but hopefully she's hearing that. But yeah.
Me too. And that was really upsetting that she just left. He did kind of explain why. I just wish she would have stayed to hear that, or maybe give him one more chance to really explain when you are asking a question like why again. She kind of asked before, but it was more implied, why did you do this? Where this time she said, I wanted to know why, and now I've got an answer, but he didn't really get a chance to be like, well, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. And he does apologize and say that he loves her. I wish she just would have stayed a little longer. I get she was upset, so she clocked out, but that made it seem like this relationship is not fixable and she's just out of this situation just like Dustin is. And it's sad because I don't think, from my perspective, though Rich didn't put her in the middle, he did get upset and block her, which was very hurtful to her. But there needed to be time to heal wounds, and he shouldn't have ever blocked her, and he should have responded to her. She's hurt. He's hurt. They need time. But this can't be the end of it just because of Dustin. Don't let one person ruin a friendship. It's so sad. Like, I when I first watched this, I did tear up because I feel so bad for each one of them.
Now that she said that, I can see where she came from, and I could definitely, but like I can see where the audience thought too, like that she was kind of egging it on, like I said. So, but I'm glad that was cleared up. But I wish that, I wish that y'all, I hope that y'all can talk about this in private and that y'all can resolve this, because it does seem like she was caught in the middle now that we've heard her side of it.
True.
You know? Mm-hmm. But I can see without hearing her side how you would have been upset by seeing.
Yeah, after hearing her side of it, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, to me too, and hopefully to the viewers as well. So, but yeah, that made me so sad because, I mean,
right there, it was miscommunication. So when he did hear her side, he understood. And it should have never gotten to this point where they had to do a live stream, she chime in. They should have talked about this privately. And it's both of their fault because, yes, he did block her, but there are other ways to reach out to people. Email, like phone numbers.
I didn't know that Dustin has been doing this to, like, that it has been this deep. Like, has it been like this all these years, or just like he would say every now and then y'all would just kind of disagree, but y'all, because y'all, as far as I thought, y'all still would talk.
Yeah, he would say every now and then, and we would disagree.
Well, I'm sorry that it's been, I didn't know that it would get like this dramatic as far as like all the other times. But that's crazy.
So that's the end of this clip. Let's remove this one, add our next one. It's just going to be a second. Here it comes.
I wish me and Dustin could be friends and work it out, but you know, I just, in my heart, I just feel like this is already 2 times you made a YouTube video talking about how you don't like what I do, and so it's like, okay, well, okay.
Yeah, and it's like Justice right here is saying no friend should go on and blast a friend on social media, period. At this point, Dustin set his tone and placement in Rich's life. No more chances in the future. Take it for I definitely agree with that. It's like,
yes,
you can only get burned so many times. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. Real friends don't treat friends like that and make videos.
He showed his true colors. And this wasn't the first. This wasn't the second. I believe this was the 3rd time he's done this. And once you see somebody's true colors, you give them an exception, you know, and let's try to fix this the first time. But it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me for letting you fool me again.
About friends. Yeah, exactly. Like, amen. I agree with that for sure. And you know, I think that it is a sad situation, and it's I hope that this is the thing though. I hope that people also see, because I've seen this in situations where when you've opened up to me, and I'm not going to name those specific situations, but I know that you've opened up to me about situations and where you're telling me your side of things and how deeply hurt you are. And it seems like, I don't know if, like, I hope Dustin can see that, like, why this is so hurtful, because it seems like sometimes like that's just glossed over, in my opinion.
I agree. I hope that Dustin can see how bad this hurt Rich. I get that Dustin didn't like the whole situation with the thumbnail, the title, but there were things that he said in that video that were very offensive and very hurtful. And he might have been upset, but what he did in the long run was hurt Rich by what he did by making a public video instead of like trying to continue to hash it out. I know he went to him first privately, and I give him credit for that. I gave him credit in the last video because not a lot of people go to each other privately, and even though they're friends, they don't give a fuck. They'll go bash someone just because. So I give him a lot of credit for going to him privately first. But you could have tried and tried and tried before you ever made a video about a friend. And even then, I would never make a video about somebody like that. Like, I honestly, now that I've heard Rich's side, I do agree with some points in Dustin's video still, but it was wrong what he did. And yeah, that was the end of that clip. Just 2 more, actually 3, because I want to show you the Nick Snyder clip about VanLuc. So here is our next one. Let's get it.
This video, you know what I mean? You really need the history
Dustin shows up in the
before
chat.
you say what. Make sure to use code Rich Lux to support. Oh my God, Dustin. I didn't put Paige in anything. That's such a lie. Well, honestly, if your if your friends in the group.
Now I'm going to say this. VanLuc makes a solid point. Though Dustin does not feel like he put Paige in anything, when you have somebody that that Paige is friends with both you and Rich, though you might not intentionally do it, when you and Rich are fighting, anyone that's friends with both of you, you are putting that person in the middle. And you are the one that started it by doing what you did. And VanLuc makes a solid point.
Chat and like with the whole conversation, I don't even know if you were here when Paige was talking, but if Paige said that, you know, that she didn't do anything or whatever, and then it was because of all of this drama, you're the one that started the drama. You're the one that brought it up. So essentially you did. Whether you want to believe it or not, you did. Because had you not have brought this up, then him and Paige would be perfectly fine. So how can you say that you're not? You know what I mean?
You might have not done it intentionally,
Paige
but you did.
Feels that Rich blocked me all on his own. Well,
that's true.
I mean, after I get what you're saying. Like, he did block you all on his own, but the reason that the block even came and the reason that those emotions even came was because Dustin bringing this up in the group chat. Just saying.
And she's right. This would have never happened between Rich and Paige if Dustin didn't do what he did. And he kind of, in a way, did it on purpose. Yes, he didn't like it. Did he have to do it in the group chat? No, he could have done it between him and Rich, but by doing it in the group chat, he got others to gang up on Rich in that sense, though they might have not done that intentionally as well. You brought this to everybody. You made them think, hey, I don't like this. I want you to see that I don't like this. How do you guys feel about this? You weren't asking for their opinion. You were kind of pushing it. And I wish we could see those private messages. I do. Because I think we'd have a better understanding of everything that happened. that is that clip. We have one more of the VanLuc video to go, and here it is. If it plays.
In public or hang up on you and say rudely left me on read. Rich was trying and hurt at the time. Love you, Rich. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I feel like if all of this was unnecessary, you addressed it privately with Rich in the group chat. He acknowledged it in the group chat, and then you also put it, the first time you put it public was under his video, which yes, his assistant deleted the comment, and then the second time you put it on blast in public was, well, actually there was the third time was Twitter, and then it was your video. So essentially, yeah, Paige wouldn't have been in the middle of this chaos if this whole situation would never have been brought up.
It's sad. I think it's sad all around on all parts. I think a lot of people are hurt.
So it was first, unless she include, well, she says the first time publicly was the comment. Technically, she didn't really say what the second time was, but yes, then he went to Twitter, and then he did the video. So it was 3 times, not really 4, but she was a little confused there, which I understand.
I know Paige is hurt. I'm hurt about it. And, I'm not mad at Paige or anything. I was just upset in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed to be upset and be angry and upset for whatever reason. Like, I just get mad. When I get mad, I just don't want to F with anybody. So, I don't have any ill will toward Petty Paige or anything, or Paige Christie or anything like that. I just don't. Yeah. But, and I hope maybe one day after because it takes me a while to calm down. I have to process this and really calm down.
Normal people, it takes a while.
And go from there. But it's just sad. Like, it's sad. And I wish it didn't have to be this way,
Yeah. I definitely think that this whole situation was unnecessary. The video was unnecessary, and I hope, and as somebody said, you owe Paige an apology as well. I mean, I think that there were a lot of people hurt in this situation. Now Paige is hurt in this situation.
I think I did apologize.
I know, that's what I'm gonna put right now. Somebody said Rich did apologize to Paige.
If I didn't apologize to Paige, I want to do it again. I apologize to Paige Christie for hurting her feelings when I blocked her.
Yeah.
But I also was upset too. But that doesn't make it right for me to block her. But I was just upset. That's all.
Yeah.
It's taking accountability.
Well, hopefully that friendship can be mended, and somebody.
I feel like time heals all.
Yeah.
And if it does, it does. Time
Yeah.
heals all.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna sit down and make a Paige Christie video.
Oh, God,
no. It's that's not my gig. That's not who I am. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit down and make a Dustin Dailey video with that's not who I am. I do quick commentary drama, trashy drama channels, tabloid news. It's what I do. It's what I've always done.
Yeah. And this is a good point. Diana said, why shouldn't Rich be upset about what Paige did? Granted, I know we cleared it up. Paige cleared it up that she was commenting in that moment and she didn't think it was real, which makes sense because honestly, I even had to check with Rich to see if it was real. So I get where she's coming from there. And she said he had a reason to block her. Sure, it escalated. It was a misunderstanding maybe, but Rich has feelings too. And I definitely agree with that statement as well.
And that was the last clip. So pretty much after that, she says, should we go on with the rest of the video? There's a lot of things that Dustin said that really are hurtful and insulting. They agree that they don't want to go on with the rest of the video. Rich says to her, well, why don't you stay on? And if anybody wants to give their opinion, maybe you can let them up. She was kind of done with it because she was thrown off by Paige coming on. She was upset for Paige just as much as she was upset for Rich. And it was a feeling of, I'm just really upset right now and I don't want to do this anymore. It's a lot of misunderstanding. I wish people could fix this between each other and move on. And I get where she was upset with everything that was happening too. like I said, I will link the video down below. I do hope that it's not members only anymore and that she put it back on regular subscriber mode public, because it does give a better understanding where Rich is coming from. And like I said, I did tweet her today and explain that to her, that when I saw this, I had a better understanding how Rich felt, what he meant, how he was, you know, he felt too that it was very distasteful, the thumbnail and the title, and it's part of his satire and humor, and he explained himself. He explained that he was hurt. Paige and them got to be able to talk about it, and that's a good thing. And for me, it really opened my eyes to a bunch of things that I didn't take into consideration when I watched Dustin's video. I've always been a huge fan of Rich's, and I was not being biased when I watched Dustin's video. I'm not being biased now. I see things in a different perspective, and I see different facts that weren't there before, and I understand more clearly now where Rich came from and how hurt he is. I understand Dustin is upset because of the thumbnail and title, but there's no reason for Dustin to be hurt by it. There are things that Dustin says and does that Rich doesn't agree with, and he's not going and making videos about him not liking something that a friend did. He might say it privately, because that's what most friends do, is go to each other and say, I don't really like what you did here, and they talk about it. They don't do public videos about this. I have a better understanding where Rich is coming from, and now that I understand where Rich is coming from, my side is more towards Rich than Dustin, though I do agree with some points that Dustin made. Like, I get the whole, you know, gun comment. It was kind of a joke. This, like, the Chicago reference. I understand that now. I still don't like the fact that that was said. There's a lot of things that are happening in the media where kids are taking guns into schools. There are strangers doing that. And there's a lot of violence happening. And it's, though he was trying to be funny, it wasn't funny to me. And that's okay. That's my opinion. It wasn't funny to me. I understand the reference now about the Chicago musical and, you know, movie and the whole reference, which I seen the movie to understand it. I just didn't catch it at first. That's something I agree with Dustin on. But now that I know Rich's side, I understand it better. I do hope, and I know I've said this for a long time now, hope that Paige and Rich have been able to talk privately and fix their friendship. Now, it might take a couple days for them to both get to that point, but I do hope that they have talked privately and they can mend the friendship, because VanLuc is right. It was kind of on Dustin. If Dustin didn't say and do the things in the group chat, him and Paige wouldn't be fighting right now. Now, like I said, there will be a part 3, and it will be a timeline of events for where we left off from part 1. I wanted to do this as a part 2 so we understood Rich's point of view, because this is the first time he's really talked about it physically. He's made comments about it in one little short video, but this is where he kind of got in depth with what he was feeling. So part 3 will be everything that has happened in between from the last video until now. I do want to show one thing before we go. This is Nick Snyder's little comment that he put on Twitter, which was to VanLuc, and it is very, in my opinion, mean.
You want to hold people accountable and you want to hold your friends accountable. Oh, wait, no, you don't want to hold your friends accountable. You want everyone else to hold their friends accountable. But since we're in the business of holding people accountable, I was just wondering if you're going to hold your friend Rich accountable, because there's a reason that you don't know. This whole behind the scenes bullshit that you keep saying, I know things about you from behind the scenes. Well, let me tell you something from behind the scenes, bitch. Are you going to hold your friend accountable for holding a video over my head from 2019 when I was extremely high and the police and paramedics were in my apartment because they were taking...
So, whoa. Is Rich holding a video over Nick's head? I am a little concerned, and there are behind the scenes shit that we clearly don't know, but put it out there. If he's holding this over your head, let us see it. Because now you're just, it's word vomit at this point, because we don't see any of the truth or the facts or the context. You are coming out with this saying that this is what Rich is doing, but you're not proving it to us. And you're holding that against VanLuc when VanLuc never said that she was not holding her friends accountable and she was holding everybody else accountable. That's not what she said. And if Rich did do something wrong that she felt was really, really wrong, she would hold him accountable. She would just do it privately like most normal people do.
Me to the hospital for my safety because I was going to OD. Yeah, the video clip where I was talking to the police and paramedics and saying very, very disturbing things, including things about my own personal health. Yeah, that video clip that I'm talking about is a video clip that your friend decides to show other YouTubers and show other people that have been around. Maybe you've already seen it because you've spent a lot of time with him. But yeah, the joke is, oh, is he going to relapse again?
Time out. You're assuming that she saw this clip just because Rich has it. You cannot assume, Nick. Yes, if he is making this comment saying, oh, is he can he relapse again? Is he relapsing again? Will he relapse again? That is not right. If this is happening and you have proof, show us the proof that this is happening. If not, if I don't see proof, that's not a fact to me. That is your opinion until I see proof. And if this is what's happening, it's not right.
Because it's coming up on that time of year. Seems nice, right? So I guess my question would be, do we need to continue going?
If you are directing this to VanLuc, you need to show at least her the proof, because you are bashing her with something she might not even realize, might not even seen, because you're assuming because she's friends with Rich that she's seen this. And if this is really what's happening, show us the facts. If you think this is what is happening, you need to say that this is what you think, because you are assuming, but you don't know for a fact if it is. This is what bothers me the most, is that people assume things, make people look bad by the assumptions, but is it the truth? Half the time it's not. And it's sad that people believe assumptions because they believe the person that's saying it. There are a lot of people that believe things that Nick say, and they're going to believe that Rich is doing this when maybe he's not. Until I see proof that Rich is doing this, I unfortunately don't believe it's happening. I'm sorry that if it is, and I can take accountability when I'm wrong, but until I see the proof that this is happening, I cannot believe that it is. All right, so a couple more things before we go. There are just a couple comments from the chat that I wanted to highlight. This is, if I was the assistant and I saw a comment stirring drama, I would have done the same. Unless it's spam, I think dirty deletes are shameful no matter what it does, I think she meant. And these are people's opinions. I agree with your assistant. Constructive criticism, sure. I love how he says he isn't about to hate on Rich, and then he goes absolutely crazy on him. I follow a few true crime channels, and there is always drama because the families of victims try to stop creators from profiting from their pain. That is true. There's always going to be drama no matter what community you're in. There might be less in some than there is in others, but there is a lot of drama in the true crime community, just like there's drama in the anti-KJ community, just like there's drama in the drama community, just like there's some drama, it's very little, but some drama in the law and crime community. More law tube is what they call it, but they don't like when we call it law tube. There's drama no matter what community you're in. The only community I really haven't seen that much drama in is the nail community, though there have been people, like some subscribers, that have tried to cause drama between creators. Those creators shut it down, and there's really no drama in that community. But there will be drama no matter what community you're in. And then there is this one. Nick is tweeting about someone who is dead. Where's Dustin to call out his boo? Why attack Rich? And if you go look, yes, he was tweeting about someone that passed, and it was not right at all what he said. I think he has since deleted that, but it is true, he did do that. Personally, I would not have changed a thing either. Just because Dustin tells me so, who is he to be the drama police? And exactly, who is he to say that's wrong and you should take it down? He can have his opinion, but he can't make someone do something that maybe Rich felt like it was wrong, but he felt like it was part of the humor as well. This one says, satire is amazing, girl, but there's a line, babe. If anyone actually knows Rich, they know he's not trying to hurt anyone, even the shadiest people. And that is true. Not people comparing Rich to CNN and Fox News. This one says, yeah, I know the phrase from Chicago. The entire situation is ridiculous. It wasn't that serious. I missed that. Ha ha ha. I missed it too, the Chicago reference. And maybe Dustin is probably jealous of Rich Lux. I don't know. And then this one was on the screen. Friendships are strong with opinions and respecting each other's thoughts, thick and thin. And I loved this comment. Thank you, Claire Perry. You are absolutely right. Friendships are strong when they give their opinions and they respect each other through thick and thin. And the last one that I got, which was from Justice, and it says, you have to treat friends how you would be treated. Don't want to be friends? Then just tell the person. Done? It's not that deep. No need for videos. Stop talking to them. And it's self-explanatory. And I agree completely. You tell the person. First off, you treat people how that you want to be treated. If you don't like something that someone did, you tell them. If you can't agree to disagree, then you let them know, hey, this isn't working out, and you move on. There's no need to do videos and cause mayhem where mayhem does not need to be. That is something I live by. So this was part 2 of the whole Dustin and Rich situation. This was Rich speaking out on VanLuc7's channel. I will link her channel down below. Hopefully the video is not members only. If she does answer me to what tier it is, I will let you know. She does have like a 99-cent tier and a $1.99 tier. I will let you know what tier it is if that is the case and it is members only still. And I will be making a part 3 to this, so please stay tuned for part 3, which will be a timeline of events, because we need a timeline of events so that people can see everything in its context from the timeline of events. If you have not checked out part 1, you should check it out, because it is clearly a timeline of events of everything that happened from the very start. I want to know, though, what you guys think about what Rich had to say. Did this change your perspective like it changed mine? Do you still side with Dustin? Are there things that you agree that Dustin said still, like I do? Are there things that Rich now has said that you agree with, and you see more clearly Rich's side than you do Dustin's? Let me know down below in the comments. I love to hear what you guys think. Make sure to like, subscribe this video, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.